This is the mystery font. It is the mindness of the font in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And you are welcome here. And we've had guest artists here before, but this is the first time we're having a truly live guest artist experience with broadcast here at the Mystery Font. And I'm so excited to welcome Annette Bryant. Annette,
Hello.
welcome.
Thank you. Hello. How are you, Tim?
I'm doing well today. I'm so excited to have you here. We're going to get the light to be at a place that works here. And I'm moving to a separate camera. We're going to figure out and balance this all because we're moving from the camera obscura. Wow, you've got the sun on your foot. I like it. And I think maybe it would be good to have a little more light on the situation. Okay. So I'm going to apply that. So thank you so much for being here at the font.
Thank you.
And I think that. So we're here at the Mystery Font 42 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm just giving a little bit of light balance here. And we still have a bit of the camera obscura showing up behind you there. But basically, you have some things that you wanted to discuss. And I'm loving that. Literally, I'm going to pull that up. It's just the happenstance of time and space that, and pardon me and thank you for indulging me, that it's so nice to have a guest here for the live broadcast because the little things like the sun coming to whisk by your foot is on display. And it's just like, it's nice to have someone else here. So welcome. Thank you for being here at the font.
Well, thank you, Tim.
And I wanted to just ask you to share, I'd like to ask you to take it, I guess. I want to make sure that I'm doing an adjustment here to be kind of ready in real time. And yeah, that's better. And now we can I think when you were here before and you recorded actually not too far from where you were just on the other side of that little window space there.
Correct.
And what was that experience like? Maybe just as a starting point. How was that the first time that you were here? And we hadn't met before, and I'd put out a call to find artists, and you were one of the first people daring enough to say, yes, please. And how was that experience?
So for me, I think it was like different because I didn't know, and I didn't know what to expect.
Yep.
And then even when I came in and it was dark, and I was just like, that was different for me.
Right. Oh, for sure. I'm sure. Yeah, when you came in, and I think it was the same thing of like that I had the camera obscura.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, hey, look at this. Wait, your eyes adjust. I think there's that. That's often how it is. And to some extent, I think there's a litmus test kind of both ways there of like, okay, I'm being invited, but what is this place?
Correct.
But you really brought something wonderful here. You shared a beautiful couple of pieces, you went two times through an idea, that you wanted to work with. It was really stunning. So thank you for coming back.
Well, thank you.
And
thank you for your patience.
Oh, I mean, when the time is right, it happens, and it shouldn't happen if the time isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What is on your mind today that you wanted to open up?
So what's on my mind today is the emotion of love, and really what it brings forth in the world. And I would say some of the stereotypes that goes along with that word.
Yeah.
And that love is not only emotional, but it's a spiritual connection as well. And fear is an emotion, and it can also be a spiritual connection. And I feel like what is really involved when we speak about love? Because I feel like there is a great deal of happiness, and yet when there's a shift, there can be a great deal of sadness. And so people relate them both to love.
Yep.
And for me, I feel like it's really about the experience. That love itself is a word, so much like other things. But yet we take that word and hold on to it for dear life, or be like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. So it's like, what is present? What really is love? Do you have any thoughts?
I want to thank you, first of all, for posing that question, and I want to thank you for letting the room hold that. Like, that you open that up. I want to make sure that we have the signal sending sound. Is it? Oh, goodness. Yes, excellent. I couldn't see the sound bar. I just had covered, and I feared for a moment that I had let slip the ability to hear everything that was coming out of your lips. That this is an important, what do I think? What, I mean, the thoughts are, I think it's true, you're right. There is, it needs that kind of reviewing. It needs that kind of shift of perspective, or asking ourselves again, am I seeing this? Or what am I seeking? You know, what, because it opens up without shame, or somebody's making a mistake somewhere. It opens up the thought of, what are we missing? Or what assumption do we have about the way we're looking forensically at life to kind of try to track backwards in time? We're going to try to find evidence to know how to come into contact with love, and to give it, and to celebrate it, and know what it is, and what is it that we're experiencing. And it's the thing of, you know, is the thing that we call love the thing that we are loving, or that we're interacting with? So do you feel like do you feel like we're in contact with something that you think is love? It brings up that kind of question, you know, like, not to judge others and say that's not real love that they share, or that, but like, what's missing? What do you think is missing? Or what do you think that we're missing that is love?
When I think about it, I really don't think about what is missing. I think about all the feelings that come in with that word.
Yep.
So the experience of joyfulness,
Yes.
is it based on love, or is it based on this is how I'm feeling at this moment?
Yep.
And if you think about joy, excitement, on the other side, it could be anxiousness or anxiety.
Yes.
So is that fearful? But the body holds those same feelings,
Right.
in kind of like very similar spaces.
Right.
And when we hear that word love, what does it do to us? I feel like sometimes in relationships, or when people are first meeting or have even been knowing each other for a few months, and they use those terms, I love you.
Right.
It is. It's all of a sudden like somebody think something's supposed to switch on.
Right.
But it's like, really, what is it? Like, what are your feelings? Where do you feel what you say, this love?
Yep.
Where is it coming from? Is it just coming from your mouth? And is it supposed to create or stir something in my heart? Or is it really coming from the inner parts of you? And you're sending that energy to me.
Right.
Or to the person that you're saying those words to.
Right.
And for the other person, what does it create inside of you? Does it create tenseness? Does it create joy?
Right.
Does it bring anxiousness? Excitement? Like, what is really involved when you hear this word love?
There's a lot of mindfulness there.
Say more.
You want to know what's actually there, and you want to know what you're participating in and how you're participating in it and what you're bringing. And like holistically. And because, I mean, you know, because of all that we say that it is and all that we appreciate about it. And I guess there's a lot of need for love of various kinds, especially now maybe. And it feels like there's revelation happening for you around it. That I think I recently saw you share a piece at a cabaret where you spoke about I had a sense that there was revelation around this subject in terms of like experience in the world where you felt a new experience of that, or that made you think about this. You know?
Yes.
It sounds healing. It sounds good.
Yes, that moment for me has been very healing, and I would simply like to share a little piece of it.
Mm.
So I really feel like when people come together with a masterful energy,
Mm.
and there is this connection that's stronger, let's say, than the butterflies that sometimes people feel when they meet other people. And they be like, oh my goodness, my stomach really felt like butterflies. And and be like, oh my goodness, I think I'm in love, or I think that I've met the one.
Right.
Yet energy is a whole different pool in a different feel of the word. And I don't want to say like it's love at the beginning. It's like, oh, I love your energy. Let's play with this. What is this? Who are you? Coming into the space. And when it's an energetic relationship, the closeness simply happens. It flows together. And it's like this soulful dance. And it brings up joy, excitement, maybe sometimes fear, because it's like, I don't ever want to let this go. I just want it to be here forever. How do I keep this?
Yep.
Yet, when you show up in fear, it could leave at any moment.
Yeah.
And yet, it doesn't mean that love never happened. It doesn't mean that love still isn't taking place. It simply means that two loving souls have chose to part ways. And create more dances in their lives. And I feel like even in parting ways, breakups, however people like to share, that it doesn't mean that the person never loved you. It doesn't mean that they don't still love you. It's simply, maybe it's not working for one. And simply because people are together for many years, it doesn't really even mean that they love each other. Sometimes they're together for circumstances. And I said, it's so much put on this word. Love, love, love. It's so much tied to this word.
Yep.
Yet, what does this word birth for you? What does it bring forth? Does it bring forth trauma? Or does it bring forth this view of beauty that I want to share? Because I used to tell my partner this. My heart felt like it was blooming every day. So imagine that, a blooming heart. What is it? Simply to allow it to be as it is. Love. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
What an incredible gift to share.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annette.
Thank you, Tim.
Oh, is there anything else that you wanted to think about out loud today, or um, would you like to hear a song or anything in response?
A song. Sometimes for me, I find that being present in silence and simply allowing it to soak in
Yes.
and to breathe through the emotions.
Here, here.
And maybe this is simply a thought as well. There are two emotions in the world, and so much is based on both of them. And that is love and fear. Yet, what would it be if we challenged ourselves to show up more in love? For what is it that brings about fear? Is it really your knowledge of what you truly don't know? And simply you've heard? And if you showed up in love, what would that be? Taking a risk. Yeah, and the body can feel the same. It could feel excited and it could feel anxious. Yeah, which is more healing? Both could be. And remember, everything else is a feeling. Get to know someone else. Release your fears and show up in deeper love. For now, Ashe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are the reality distortion field. We are the reality distortion field. We are the reality distortion field. The falsehood will demonize your sensitivity. The falsehood will claim the presence of our enemy. We are the reality distortion fielded. We are the reality distortion fielded. We are the reality distortion fielded. The falsehood will groom you not to question, just believe. The falsehood can rob you of the choice word. Receive. We are the reality distortion we are the reality distortion. The falsehood will tell you the falsehood will tell you it's the one and only. We are the reality distortion we are the reality distortion the falsehood soak down intuition knows we are the reality distortion fieldings.
Or in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality. If someone in your life points into a camera knowing you'll be looking at the view screen and pulls their finger like a trigger looking into your eyes saying, I could shoot someone in the street and not lose anyone, it is a good indicator of a bad situation. You are in an abusive relationship. Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who has donned the falsehood? Who is the falsehood.
Sets the fear of separation. 6, the fear of separation. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic.
You are in an abusive relationship.
God love will open up and let us see. Yeah, let us baby, it's all I know, that you're half of the flesh and blood that makes me whole. God love will open up and let us see. God love will open up and let us see. It's all I know. I need you so.
We are at the Mystery Font 42 here at the font, and oh, sound issue. There we are. Who knows whether that registered, whether there was a sound difference. I may have just called attention to it. So, what a splendid joy having a guest here at the font. That was Annette Bryant who was with us, and she is on her way into the rest of her day. And how perfect. What a lovely dialogue she shared. I think that was quite special, actually. And yeah, I'm thoroughly grateful. I hope that it seems the sound and things went fairly swimmingly. I think that dialogue came across, I hope. And what a gift to have a visit from an artist coming to talk about something that's on their mind. A looming shape that they wanted to share ideas about. Oh, that is, I can bring that up. Now that we're back into the Obscura, I'm going to dial up the light availability here. There we are. We followed that visit with a theme of the font and one examination of the falsehood. Who is the falsehood? And really, will we ever know who is the falsehood? You see, this font, this fonted house, has a room for your story, a space for your song. It could be here, but it could be elsewhere, another place along. Do you think that one of the portals or the chambers here could be a comfortable place for you to share an idea, to share a song, to chart something new, and to open it to view? How would you like things to come through? How would you like to be seen? We are the reality distortion fielding. And this font of mystery wants you to be known. So we are really fortunate, indeed grateful, grateful to have a guest here at the font, like Annette Bryant. Making theater and performance in Minneapolis and coming to share thoughts and time here at the Mystery Font. I want to thank Annette and thank her for openness and daring to unpack and open up thoughts that are meaningful to her and that she wants people to have access to. And about love, no less. It's, if fun is how we know we're onto something, isn't love related to that? I think love is maybe how we know we're a part of something, or can be, or are something ourself to share as a part of being. It's meaningful to open up ideas to one another. It's meaningful to take time to say, I really want our attention on this. To say, have you noticed? It's an act of kindness, an act of humanity, and an act of love to say, I'd like us to focus on love. And so I want to thank our guest artist here at the font today, and that, of course, is Minneapolis artist and performer Annette Bryant. Thanks to our guest, hearty thanks to Annette Bryant for being here today as a guest at the font. What a lovely dialogue, a lovely conversation, a lovely piece of time shared and made fluid, fostered, fomented into our view here, into your view, and gratitude. This is the Font of Mystery, 42 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and thanks again to Annette Bryant. We are, I think, going to pull to a closure point this episode, you know that we're having an episode, right? We've been having an episode here of Mystery Font 42, Ope Intuit. And there will be more. There will be more again. There will be more focus on who is something. I'm missing something here. But we will focus again on the falsehood. We will focus again on all that can come from and through the font of mystery, from the mindness here at the Mystery Font. And this is the camera obscura. The sun wending its way across, one star in the sky, and that is a drawing to a close of this raw feed of an episode of the Mystery Font. And that again with our special guest, Annette Bryant, Minneapolis artist and performer. Minneapolis artist and performer, Annette Bryant. I think a good way to close this off, because she did, I want to share a song, but I think first, let's take the advice that she gave and be here. I'm just going to be here for a moment. To let what has happened here expand. That the silence can speak. Thanks and gratitude. Thanks and gratitude. Radio Science Brain is a way that I play and explore and self-regulate and find flow and tap into my creativity, especially when I'm feeling tender or beset by insecurity or pain or fear. If I'm feeling hypervigilant, it can really be helpful and healing to give myself the chance pardon me, sudden sneeze. If I give myself the opportunity of play, it's worth it, I find. And I think it may be time here it's time to ring the bell for Radio Science Brain. You are a sentient frame, chariot. You are the mindless making fair play of your delivery of it. You distribute the came comes to play. Activation of expectation germane. What is love in my brain? What is love in this chaos that came to be known by love's name? What does my love feel like? It is anyway. What is the kindness that became love as I name it today? Does it live? Do I foster it or help love? No, love is germane. Is activation paying, or am I paying it forward as a train? Imagination may be game to play. You are the kindly knave. Now like there's things we save. With imaginate waves, waking wax out of wane. Let's interrogate pain. Let's interrogate hate. Let's interrogate love. We are the sentient claim. We are the scient frame. Ameliorate this pain and raise imagination's aim. We are the kindness came in case someone needed time and place. Imagination ace took the seat and displaced hate. She displaced pain. She displaced placelessness. She displaced homelessness and said love will remain. I will know love, I'll need it, I'll know it's needed, and knows that we need feeded by love. That's all love. I want to thank Annette Bryant for being here, for bringing thoughtful kindness, for bringing art, for helping us discern the falsehood, for helping us discern love. You are the brain awake. You are the brain awake. You are the adulatron. You are the renovation of love's imagination. Contain love's freight. Deliver aid. Beway, love may be safe and clarion aim helps love's gaze. Thanks again to Annette Bryant. Thanks for sunlight. Thanks to Lincoln. Thanks to Burgles, who was nearby, but rather shy, uncharacteristically shy today. You are the renovation of love's imagination. You are more than a brain. You are your love awakened. You're the radiant rain, parallel against hate, parallel against pain. Radio science brain. Radio science brain. Awake today. Awake today. Woke wakes.